King Vikramaditya brought the Betal down from the Shisapa tree again, and started walking with him on his shoulder. While walking, the Betal sitting on the king's shoulder said, "O king, you are really working hard by following the advice of that yogi. I am telling you this story so that your journey is a little longer." In ancient times, a king named Dharmadwaj ruled in Ujjain. He had 3 very beautiful queens who were equally dear to him. The names of those 3 were Indraleka, Taravali, and Mrigankavati. The king lived with them and ruled his kingdom happily. Once, when the spring festival came, the king went to the garden to play with his beloveds. There he saw vines covered with flowers that looked like the bow of Kamadeva. The group of humming bees in them looked like a bowstring, which seemed as if spring itself had decorated it. In such a beautiful environment, the king felt happy drinking the wine left over from his wives, which was perfumed by their breath and was red like their lips. The king playfully pulled the braid of Queen Indraleka, due to which a lotus flower slipped from her ear and fell into her lap. The flower caused a wound on the thigh of that noble queen, and she fainted, wailing. Seeing this, the king and his followers got scared. The king called for water and sprinkled it on the queen's face, and the queen regained consciousness. After that, the king brought her to his palace and asked the royal physician to treat her. 2 physicians immediately started treating the queen. That night, seeing Indraleka's condition improving, the king went to the palace named Chandra Prasad with his second wife Taravali. There, Taravali slept in the king's lap. Her clothes had slipped, while the rays of the moon fell on her body through the window grills. As soon as the rays touched her, Queen Taravali woke up and suddenly got up from the bed and started rubbing her body, saying, "Oh, I am burnt." The king also got up in panic. The king saw that there were really blisters on that part of Taravali's body. Taravali said, "My lord, the rays of the moon falling on my naked body have caused this condition of mine." Then the king called the attendants, and they laid a bed of wet lotus leaves for the queen and applied sandalwood paste on her body. Meanwhile, the 3rd queen, Mrigankavati, also woke up. She was awakened by the sounds coming from Taravali's room. With the desire to go to the king, she left her room and started walking towards Taravali's room. She had just walked a few steps when she heard the sound of rice being pounded in someone's house from a distance. Hearing the sound of the pestle, she became anxious and sat down on the road saying, "Alas, I am dying." When the attendants examined the queen, they saw dark, deep spots on her palms. The attendants ran to the king and told him the whole story. Hearing this, the king also got scared and immediately went with them to see the condition of his queen. Reaching the queen, King Dharmadwaj asked her, "Dear, what happened?" Then with tears in her eyes, Queen Mrigankavati showed him both her hands and said, "Lord, these marks have appeared on my hands due to hearing the sound of pestle." Then the king, surprised and sad, applied a paste of sandalwood, etc. on her hands to soothe the burns. The king started thinking, "One of my queens got injured due to the falling of a lotus, another one's body parts got burnt due to the rays of the moon, and the 3rd one got such marks on hearing the sound of pestle. Alas, due to the divine grace, the aristocratic qualities of all these 3 beloveds of mine became the cause of defects at the same time." The king spent that night with great difficulty. As soon as he woke up, he called all the skilled doctors and surgeons of the kingdom and asked them to treat his queens. When the queens became healthy soon, due to the joint efforts of those doctors and surgeons, the king felt relieved. After narrating this story to the king, Betal, sitting on his shoulder, asked, "O king, now tell me who was the most delicate among these 3 queens. If you don't answer this question even after knowing it, then the curse mentioned earlier will fall on you." Hearing this, the king said, "Betal. The most delicate among them was Queen Mrigavati. She did not even touch the pestle. Only its sound had scars on her hands. The other 2 had wounds and blisters due to the touch of lotus and moon rays. Hence, both of them cannot match her." When the king gave such a precise answer to Betal, the Betal was satisfied and came down from his shoulder and went towards the same Shisapa tree. King Vikramaditya once again started in the same direction to bring him back.